Hello, welcome to the hot seat. And in the hot seat, we have
Catherine Gering. I teach English, college prep, and creative writing.
a question I have for you is what do you do for our school besides that? Or is that just all the responsibilities you have?
Those are my school responsibilities, but I support the basketball team like a crazy person. I love basketball.
Describe your daily schedule.
I usually get to school at 7, even though we don't have to be here till 7:30, but that is my, you get here, you can go, you get your drink or whatever, get yourself prepared mentally for school to start. My first period is my conference period. And then second period is creative writing. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth and seventh period are college prep. And then I have an 8th period creative writing class.
That's pretty nice. How do you run your classroom?
With consistency. I make sure, you can't have your phone out. I can't have my phone out. I try to lead by example or teach by example. Pretty much that's about it. I have such good kids this year. It's easy, and you just got to be consistent with everything that you do. Make them follow the rules, make sure they are on task all the time. You're good to go.
Can you give an example of your lesson plan layout when you teach English?
We have a lesson design tool is what we call it. It has your TEAC on there, whatever you're teaching that day. There are target questions. You want your high, your medium, and your low. Then you need a learning objective that's student friendly and that it bases off of the TEAC, but you word it where students understand it a little bit better. Then you have how are you going to know if that student has mastered the lesson? You have on there, what is the teacher going to be doing for the first 5 minutes? Usually it's we're accessing prior knowledge. Then we're going to learn the new thing. Then they're going to apply the new lesson. And then at the end, you want them to just summarize, what did you learn today? And basically that's how it's set up.
How do you assess students' progress and understanding of the lesson?
You ask them questions. Now with college prep students, it's all on them, But the creative writing, you go through your lesson, you ask them questions, you make them practice and then you do like a formal assessment, answer questions, and then you grade it.
How do you educate yourself with current teaching methods?
Websites, I go to conferences, Pinterest, Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm always looking for new stuff for my creative writing kiddos.
I always see a bunch of stuff online of different websites for teachers.
Oh man, they have some good stuff.
Do you think college readiness is important for high school students?
No, I don't. We need to go back to basics with our students. I think it's more important that you know how to read, you know how to understand what you're reading, how to write legibly and whatever. Do math, basic math. We need to know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide before you can even think about being college ready.
Yeah.
Not every student is going to go to college. Okay. Some are going to go into technical school. Some are just going to go straight out into the workforce. So basically, no, they don't need to be college ready. They need to be life ready.
I like that answer. What resources do you use to teach your students?
I'm always looking for something new, something fun, something different to teach a concept. Basically, that's it.
How do students go through the process?
What process?
The process of I guess you already said the e-ready thing or whatever.
Yeah.
That is the TEAC stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you think is important when it comes to teaching?
You got to know your students. You got to know their strengths, their weaknesses, their mental, what's going on in them, in their life. You got to know which battles to fight, which ones to just let it go. But basically, every teacher should know your student. you know, if you need to talk with the counselors, if you need to know if they're a special ed kid, what their, like I said, what their strengths, weaknesses are. That's the most important thing I could ever tell a new teacher, is to know your student.
What classes would you want to be her for which class period? This is the one I picked. I liked it. So for which class period, which one would you want to be stranded on an island with?
I don't have a favorite class period.
But I was thinking if you had stronger kids.
My seniors, period, across the board. This group this year they're just amazing. So I would be stranded with all of y'all. I would, but as far as a class period, I don't have until they changed my schedules this year, I just said 8th period. They're a pretty good group. But I don't have a favorite class.
Not a class with all your football guys to help you? Or the basketball?
No. I know I love my basketball kiddos, but my 6th period is a crazy period. They make me laugh. They keep me going. They've gotten me through a tough time. So, you could say 6. You could all my senior kids.
I'm hearing 6. That's all I'm hearing. If you had a superpower to make your job easier, what would it be and why?
I would like to have technology savvy as my superpower, because everybody knows that Ms. Gering is so slow with computers and technology. In this day and age, they have made us have to teach using technology. And I'm going to be 58 years old, and I can remember when we didn't even have cell phones.
Yeah.
So I'm slow with technology, and I would really like to be better at it so that I don't have to contact Mr. McCrae or Miss Bravo or Mr. Fox or any of those tech people, and I could just handle it on my own. It would make life a whole lot easier.
One last question. This is a me question. So how was it like teaching freshmen your previous years? Or what is it like teaching freshmen?
Actually, it was kind of fun. It was a big challenge for me, but I enjoyed it because I could see the progress. I could see them. I could see their writing get better and better and better as the year went on. Everybody thinks, freshmen are so bad. They're not bad. They're just looking for somebody to teach them. But otherwise, it wasn't so bad. I mean, I was stressed because it was a STAR prep, and I hate to lose. And if my kids don't pass, I feel like I've lost. So it was like, come on, you can do this. So teaching freshmen was fine. It wasn't so bad.
One more. Do you think AI will help students or set them farther behind? I'll give you a hint. I used AI for the questions I gave you.
Honestly, when a kid comes and asks me a math question, I go to the AI, I type it in, it helps me explain it to them and they can see it. AI is a good thing, but honestly, I will say that technology, shame on me, has dumbed our kids down, okay? Because it's always, I can just look it up on my phone. No, I want you to use your brain. If a kid comes to me with a math question and they're like, well, the calculator's not doing it, guess what? I can do it on paper and show them. We are not using our brains like we need to, like kids used to. Critically thinking, kids don't critically think like they used to think.
I have no common sense.
Yeah, it's all, I do it all on my phone, or I do it with AI. I love to write. And I see kids struggling to write, and it just kills me. And it's because they're not utilizing it more. They're just relying on technology.
Well, I think that comes to the end of it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for I appreciate your time, and I appreciate, what you do.
Well,
I like your class a lot.
Thank you.
I don't do my work a lot.
I know. I have to get after you all the time. But 6th period, yes, they rule. They got me through my rough time.
Don't tell them that though.
Not that group. Heck no.